One more with well, because you just one more with the building. One more with the building. Jacob. One with the building. Get up there. One more with the building. What's your name? Somebody got like this side.
Just to start off, I want to thank everybody here, parents, all the families here tonight. All of this is possible also because of you guys. I've had a lot of extra support. The cheerleading team, I've had random students help me out today. I've had Miss Molina, my coach, assistant coach, Leo. I also want to give a huge shout out to our administration, Principal Leonard, Assistant Principal Foss, Miss Crawford, AD, who throughout the whole season have really helped us just push through those hard times. As you guys, some of you guys already know. But I also want to give a huge shout out to the Steinmans team for giving us this time right here to give a shout out. So just to also keep going, this season has been really special. I did mention there's been highs and lows, but I want to really talk about the highs. And our team has brought 3 championships so far. So let's give a huge shout out to that. We've been working hard since July, so it's been a super long season. The boys have been really tired. The first couple of weeks, the boys brought back the Crosstown Cup, so that is our cup that we host with a bunch of schools, and we brought it back. So that's the first one. So let's get a round of applause for that. The next one our boys brought back is the Body Armor tournament, the Body Armor Cup a couple weeks ago. So another shout out for that. And the last championship is the conference championship. So huge shout out for that, boys. These boys in the team, I want to give you guys a huge shout out as well. But today is the time to celebrate our seniors. So let's go ahead and start off with little speeches. From the first day I met this individual, look at him, he's already smiling. I've been here 3 years now. He was in my classroom that very first day as a new teacher as well. So this kid has been full of life, laughter, positivity. He's the kind of guy who walks into a room and instantly brings people to life, just the room to life in general. He lights up everyone's mood. He has a good time. He is that vibe guy we like to call. Over the years, I've seen him grow into a mature young man who still carries that same energy, no matter how young he started to this day. And I really do think that his positivity has left a real mark on this program, and especially on me. Let's all go ahead and give it up for Manny.
Let's go, Manny.
Trying to keep the tears in for everybody. This next player, he is a player who shows what it means to keep improving every year, someone who keeps working hard on his game and every single day. He takes a lot of feedback seriously, he always puts in the work, and he never makes excuses. So he's always here, trying to be here even through work. He's been a couple of times late to practice, even though he lives like right across the street. So we'll talk about that, right, for school. But no, this student is great. I also had the pleasure of teaching him my very first year. So I've seen him grow as an individual, as a player, as a student, but just as a young man. And his energy also never goes unnoticed. His love for the game always reminds everyone what commitment looks like. Let's all hear it for Ralphie. Ralphie. Keep like Kuishi. They're all taller than me, so it's hard. Next two individuals, you will never see them apart from each other. Whether it's at practice, whether it's in the hallways, whether it was in my AP class last year, they would not go anywhere without being side to side. And their bond has been a huge part of the family feeling in this team. So we got a real family in addition to our family feel. First one of them is from the beginning. He's been one of the most respectful and dependable players I've ever coached in my young coaching career. He's always coachable. He's always locked in. He's always giving 100%. He's calm, consistent. He's a true example of what it means to be a reliable, both on and off the field. So his maturity really sees it on both ends. I want to give a huge shout out to Jonathan. Thank you for setting the standard. Alright, I think we can already take a guess of who this next individual is going to be. But the season has honestly tested him. Alright, it is a little bit on the sadder side. Injuries made a little things harder this year. Made it harder for the team, made it for himself, for his family. But what really stands out with this individual, this student, is that he's never disappeared. He's never disappeared for practice, he's never disappeared for his teammates, he's never disappeared for these big games. And this is the spirit that we show here at Chicago Academy and on this team. He kept showing up, cheering on his teammates, finding ways to contribute, and that's the kind of heart and maturity. It just says what kind of person that he really is. So I want to give a huge shout out to Chris, and thank you for keeping this season going with us. Alright, this next player, this guy's a workhorse. He is someone that I try to keep up with, and I also kind of messed up my hamstring in the summer while practicing with these kids because I was trying to keep up with their level and I just couldn't. He's always been a true leader on the field and someone who doesn't just talk about commitment, but he's someone who actually lives it. Through every setback, he stayed focused. He's pushed his teammates to do their best. He holds everyone, including himself, accountable. He holds them to the highest standard, and that's the kind of leadership that this team really needs and what makes a true captain. So Anthony, thank you for your leadership. Huge shout out to Anthony, everybody. Ronnie. Alright, this next young man, I've had the privilege of actually coaching him in another sport, coaching him in another season, very long time ago. See him over there? I actually coached JV baseball my first year. That was already coaching for soccer, and I said, you know what? Let me try it at baseball. Let me take a swing at it. I wasn't the best coach, I would say, but this player always showed up to practice. He always listened to my advice, even if it probably wasn't the best. And he really did grow. He didn't continue baseball, but he did continue soccer, and I'm so proud that he did. He's also someone that I had the pleasure of teaching in class. So I've seen him grow his sophomore and junior year up to his senior year as a young adult. He's really matured back to when he used to move off in those baseball practices to now goofing off in the soccer field. But I really want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to this player because he's the core of our midfield, or one of the cores. He's creating chances, he's stopping, he's intercepting, he's also scoring some goals in there, reminding me. But Aaron, thank you for being one of the heartbeats of this team. Thank you. Two players, the last two. I've actually known these guys back since 5th grade. All right, 5th grade. As I was in college, I was deciding what to do with my career, and there was a program called Family Focus. Family Focus, which kind of helped out these young kids after school program. And you know what? Let me apply. And I had the pleasure of meeting these young adults when they were back in their, what is that, 7 years, 8 years old or something like that. But when we played back then, this guy, he could never beat me. He was always super mad. Actually, both of them. They used to team up together, and back then I could actually win. Now, I'll still beat them maybe, but No, just kidding. He's I watched him grow into one of the most versatile players I've ever coached. So you put him in defense, put him in midfield, put him in offense, even goalie, which we haven't tried out. But this guy could play any position really well. His intelligence, his calmness, he's really dependable. It made him really a rock for the team. And I really do think that, Nathan, you're one of the glues that holds this team together. So a huge shout out to Nate. And the last captain, this is our last senior right here. This is the true definition of being the engine of the team. You guys probably all witnessed that right now as you saw him run up and down, nonstop. I've also known him just as long as Nathan, since his family focus days. Again, they team up together just to beat me. They couldn't. We already talked about that. But from the first whistle of the season, this guy just has not stopped running. All right, I want to say maybe there's like 5 minutes in the whole season that he has like stopped playing or I subbed him out. I keep getting scared of him. Like, man, he's gonna get injured or something's gonna happen to him. Like, you need a break. You need to calm down. I'm good, coach. I'm gonna keep working hard. I'm gonna keep running. I'm not gonna stop. And it really kind of makes the team all thrive together and move together. It just shows that leadership that he has. His leadership, the fire, the love of the game has set the tone for what this program is really about. And I want to give a huge shout out to Danny, the captain of this team, one of the captains. Alright, that is all our seniors. Again, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody here, the parents, all the people that helped me set this up. Everything looks really beautiful. I know that the team and the parents are going to stay after, so I really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and win this game, CA. Let's go.